The purpose of this video is to be a guide showing the best practices of Homebase transaction entry for office administrators and transaction coordinators. The office administrator will find new listings or new sales in a place designated for agents to submit them. The office administrator should review the submitted paperwork, check for any missing pages or any missing disclosures, etc. Now is the best time also for the office administrator to check for any missing signatures, and she should ensure that the client's email address is on the SIS form. The MLS data sheet has either been submitted by the agent or the office administrator will print a client copy of the MLS data sheet. All documents should be arranged in a logical order for scanning, usually with the SIS on top, followed by the contracts, disclosures, miscellaneous documents, earnest money copy, MLS printout, and make sure that that is the client copy of the MLS printout to conform with MRAD rules. The documents can now be scanned. The K drive will automatically open to the Homebase folder, and all scanned documents are given their proper names at this time. You should name them as a sales contract, lead disclosure, etc. A new transaction subfolder will be created, usually using the street name of the listing or the client's names, and the documents will be moved to the new transaction folder. Complete the process of moving the files to the transaction folder. Now you'll go to Homebase and select the type of transaction that you're creating. In other words, a new listing or a new sale. You're now ready to use the one-page entry form on Homebase for entering the new listing or new sale. Using the SIS form and the listing documents or sales documents, begin filling in the form, the address, etc., and then complete it by uploading the documents. If Burnett is being used, there's a checkbox for Burnett title orders. If you check that box, Burnett will be notified automatically, and they will have access to the SIS and the listing contract, which they can obtain through their methods right from Homebase. The OA will not have to physically send a copy of the paperwork to Burnett. Now is a good time to review this input form for accuracy or any missing information. And it's optional. You may print this form, but one of these forms is saved automatically into Homebase. Now enter Homebase, check for the transaction, and then in a very important step, you must invite the clients. Very easy to invite the clients following the on-screen prompt. You may want to keep a record of how many clients you've been inviting from week to week for record-keeping purposes. Now we get to go to Trident and complete the whole process of an entry. Once in Trident, use the Homebase tab, select the appropriate side of the transaction, and start adding the property address and find the agent's last name. The transaction will display, and then you'll select Import. See the deal confirmation and import to the SIS screen. Check to see if it's a reload deal once it's imported. If it's a reload transaction, or if it's an REO, or if it's a short sale, you'll want to indicate that on the comment section of the Trident screen. All you need to do now is save it, and you're finished. Just for good record keeping, you may want to stamp all the documents that you've just entered into Homebase to show that they were completed. We're done.